The Great Night of Shiva, a story of love, loss, and cosmic power. On a silent night in the month of Magha, when the moon disappears into darkness and the world seems to pause, something extraordinary is remembered. This is the night of Lord Shiva, the night called MahaShivaratri, the Great Night of Shiva. But why is this night so powerful? Let me take you back to a time when gods walked the heavens and love shook the universe.
The love that defied the gods. Long ago, there lived a princess named Sati, daughter of the proud king Daksha. She was deeply, fiercely in love with Shiva, the ash-smeared yogi who meditated in the Himalayas, who wore serpents as ornaments and carried the silent strength of the cosmos within him. But her father despised Shiva. To Daksha, Shiva was wild, unpredictable, unworthy of his royal daughter. Yet love does not bow to pride. Sati married Shiva. And thus began a storm.
The fire of sacrifice. One day, King Daksha organized a grand yagna, sacred ritual. All the gods were invited, except Shiva and Sati. Unable to bear the insult, Sati went to the ceremony alone. There, she witnessed her father openly mock her husband. Humiliated, heartbroken, burning with devotion, Sati stepped into the sacred fire and gave up her life. The heavens trembled.
The dance of destruction. When news reached Shiva, grief turned into cosmic fury. He lifted Sati's lifeless body and began the Tandava, the dance of destruction. The universe shook, mountains cracked, oceans roared. Creation itself was at risk. It was then that Lord Vishnu intervened. With his Sudarshana chakra, he gently dismembered Sati's body, scattering her parts across the earth, sacred sites that would later become the revered Shakti Pithas. Shiva, devastated, withdrew into deep meditation. The world waited.
The return of divine love. But divine love does not end with death. Sati was reborn as Parvati, daughter of the mighty Himalayas. From childhood, Parvati remembered. She knew her destiny. She undertook severe penance, years of meditation, years of unwavering devotion. She stood in snow, fasted, prayed, surrendered. Even Shiva tested her resolve. But devotion that pure cannot be denied. Finally, Shiva opened his eyes, and on a sacred night, the very night we now call MahaShivaratri, Shiva and Parvati were united once more. This was not just a wedding. It was the union of consciousness and energy, masculine and feminine, stillness and creation.
Why this night matters. MahaShivaratri is not merely a festival. It is the remembrance of love that survives death, devotion that moves the divine, destruction that leads to renewal, silence that holds infinite power. On this night, devotees fast, not as punishment, but as discipline. They stay awake, not from obligation, but to remain conscious. They pour milk, honey, and water over the Shiva lingam, not as ritual alone, but as surrender. Temples echo with chants of Om Namah Shivaya. And in that chant, the mind quiets.
Stories that whisper through the night. As lamps flicker and bells ring, stories of Shiva fill the air. His mysterious gamas, strange yet sacred companions. His wild wedding procession that shocked the heavens. His silence that speaks louder than words. Each tale carries a message. Life is chaos and stillness, loss and rebirth, destruction and awakening.
The real meaning of MahaShivaratri. They say that if you remain awake this night, truly awake, something within you shifts. Because Shiva is not only a god in the temple, he is the stillness within you, the awareness behind your thoughts, the silence behind all noise. MahaShivaratri is the night to meet that silence, and perhaps to meet yourself.